This is Korsten. Korsten is found in Port Elizabeth, now known as Gqeberha, in the Eastern Cape, South Africa. Korsten was founded by Frederick Korsten in 1896, and the place started developing in around about 1903. Frederick Korsten was one of the first recorded residents of this place, this township. And apparently it is one of the very first townships to be built in Port Elizabeth. It used to be a place where all races would stay, mainly the coloreds and blacks. But before the blacks were forcibly moved to New Brighton, and the two townships, Korsten Township and New Brighton, were better known as. So apparently these two towns were dormitory towns, and what they did then was that they provided labor to the developing city of Port Elizabeth. So people would stay there where there was cheaper accommodation and everything. So when the blacks were forcibly moved to New Brighton, Korsten then became a dominant township for colored people. And a few very poor whites who were also staying there for the fact that it was cheaper to stay there, and it was also a slum. So New Brighton was a slum, and Korsten was a slum too. So, but if you look at Korsten now in the modern day, it is a hub of activity. It has always been since then, since during the time of Frederick Korsten, and up until today, it's still one of the very busiest places in PE. It's also surrounded by one of the biggest industrial areas in PE, where you find the likes of Willard batteries. You also find the big hospitals like Livingston, and some of the biggest taxi ranks in PE are in Korsten. Most informal traders from all over the world are found here in Korsten, especially from the north of East Africa. You find them here. From the Horn of Africa, Somalia, Ethiopia, Egypt, we cross over to the other side, to the Middle East, Pakistani, Bangladesh, going all the way to China. You find all these people doing business in Korsten. So it's quite a hub of activity, in as much as it's overcrowded and very old, with most of the dilapidated buildings and all that. But it's quite an amazing place, guys. Traffic is jam-packed at most of the times when you come here, so you find it quite difficult to maneuver and drive through this township of Korsten. As you can see on my right there, it's the blocks of flats, so there is quite a lot of accommodation there. And then also another big township just on the hillside of Korsten is Shorterville. Apparently these places are also quite infested with a lot of crime, perhaps due to drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and high rates of unemployment. So it's quite hectic to be in this place called Korsten. So on my right hand side again there, that is Shorterville, one of the oldest townships in Port Elizabeth. But now it's mainly a colored township, so it's predominantly colored, and I think the rest of the other races, I'll just put them in 2%, 98% colored, 2% all other mixed races in there. So it's quite an interesting place, guys. Make sure you make a turn here and also see it for yourself. You might perhaps find some entrepreneurship opportunities that most of the people that are coming from the Middle East, that are coming from North Africa and the Horn of Africa are finding here. So if we really look at it, there's quite a lot of money changing hands in Korsten. Because guys, it is a hive of activity. From morning to sunset, Monday to Sunday, it is busy like you cannot believe. The taxis are full, coming and dropping people off in Korsten. Buses likewise. The hospitals are busy as well in Korsten. Crime very high there as well in Korsten. There's also quite a lot of wholesalers there in Korsten, and lately I've actually realized that most of the buildings there have been turned into student accommodation as well in Korsten. So I'm not quite 100% sure what the population is in Korsten and what the population is in Chouderville. But if anyone has an idea, please just don't hesitate to let us know down in the comment section what the population is like. The other thing is, I'm not quite sure if Korsten is also a part of the northern areas of PE. But I know the main road to the northern areas in PE, Stanford Road, passes through Korsten, going all the way to Bethelsdorp and beyond. So not sure if it is also part of the northern areas of Port Elizabeth. So majority of businesses here in Korsten, especially in Durban Road, are foreign owned. I'm not sure if there are any locals or local South Africans who own businesses on this street on Durban Road. I know majority are foreigners. We are now on Stanford Road, the main road to the northern areas of Port Elizabeth. The northern areas is mainly known as the colored area, and of course you do find some other races there like India and Indians and all that, but it's mainly a colored area. Places you find in the northern areas are Galvandale, Biddlestone, Morningside, Helenvale, also better known as Katanga, one of the most dangerous places in Port Elizabeth. And Cleary Park, the main trading center, is down this road. Bethelsdorp. On the right there, it's the Korsten industrial area. The industrial area goes all the way to Neef Township and get into the side, the Darcy side of things, where there's also another big taxi rank and another busy hub in Port Elizabeth. Building on the right-hand side there, that is Livingston Hospital. Livingston Hospital is PE's biggest hospital by far, I think. Obviously, there is Doranginza as well, but I think PE's biggest hospital by far is Livingston Hospital, which is this hospital on my right-hand side. It's also found here in Korsten. On the opposite side, that's the Korsten shopping center, I guess, ShopRite shopping center. So guys, if you've watched this video to this point, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. We are trying to grow this channel, the Great African channel, to at least 4,000 subscribers. So please do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel to get more interesting videos about Port Elizabeth and South Africa in general. And see you on the next video. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.